Young girls, don't cry. You're not alone in the fight. The broken, the unspoken, we can't heal if the wound is open. It feels like no one cares to see your heart is bleeding. You cry is ignored when you are ill. When the wrong, the pain and lies I kept a secret to gain for their own benefit. Be strong, be brave. You're too far away from the grave. Stand tall. We are here. We don't know the spirit of fear. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. Liberia, when will we stop being the inferior? Our vulnerable children stripped of their innocence. It feels like no one cares to see your heart is bleeding. Your cry is ignored when you are ill. When the wrong, the pain and lies are kept a secret to gain for their own benefit. Be strong, be brave. You're too far away from the grave. Stand tall. We are here. We don't know the spirit of fear. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. Liberia, we can't give up. Liberia, we can't give up. Liberia, we can't say a little louder. Turn their back. Young girls, don't cry. You're not alone in the fight.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me, my people. I gotta get one thing correct. Every time I get up and there are things on my mind, I forget to connect my mic. Here I am again. I'm sure we're back in business. Good morning. Sorry for the little inconvenience. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women, welcome to the Truly Commander J.R. Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Today is Tuesday, the 30th day of November 2021. The month ends today. We woke up this morning with news of President Biden telling us that the Omicron virus is a cause for concern and not of panic. He is telling us not to panic. Although we are still in the dark about this new variant from South Africa, although 50 plus countries have already banned countries and people from traveling to different countries because of this variant, the president wants us to remain concerned, but yet not to panic. So, this is the word. All over the news this morning, all you can hear talk about on CNN about the various countries, people in those countries contracting diseases, this new variant, the concerns of these countries with people traveling, especially from the South African region. Now we know Britain, France, all these countries are on high alert. Why? For the mere fact that they do not know the efficacy or the effect that this virus will have on the populace. So we're watching it for the time being. But in the meantime, the president, I will reiterate it, the president wants us to be concerned, but not to panic. Okay? The CDC has also stated that they want everybody to take the vaccine. They say everybody shoot. This is not a mandate. Nobody pushing it on anybody. Shoot. The CDC say the control. This is not Liberian politics now. Okay, this is the disease control agency is saying that we should all take the booster vaccine. For those who haven't taken the other two, you need to take it. For those who have taken it already, the two or the one, Johnson & Johnson, or the two Pfizer and Moderna, you need to take the booster. If you haven't taken them, they recommend that you take them, okay? I don't know what's going on between our congresswomen, Boebert, and Omar. But this has got to stop. Our Congress people cannot be behaving like people in the ghetto. This has got to stop. This is the United States of America. And we expect much, much more from our leaders in terms of civility, in terms of respect for each other, in terms of honoring their positions as leaders of the United States of America with pride and dignity. This has to cease and desist. Boebert, Omar, we're calling you out. All you women out there that are going around insulting people in the United States Congress must cease and desist. This is the government. This is not a female playing ground or some park or hairdressing saloon or somewhere. This is the United States Congress. It must cease and desist. Take heed and govern yourselves accordingly. Tiger Woods is retiring from full-time golf. You know, he had this accident. He's so not so well. So he may play here and there now and then, but full-time golf, he's retiring. Okay, so that's it. Today in Rhode Island, it's going to be dry. Right now, it's in the 20s. The temperature is supposed to go up to 41. So, still warm. Let's get into my lesson for this morning. As you can see, our topics, as usual, deal with the situation in my little country, Liberia. And here we are today. Today's topics are, oh, sorry, I put today's topics with the L, big L. I ain't even bothered with that. Today's topics are, can VP Joseph Boakai unify the collaborating political parties? When a government official's payroll is a nation's total economic resources, can such nation survive? And 3, the Patriot. So let's start with my first topic. Can VP Joseph Boakai unify the collaborating political parties, the CPP? We see that right now the situation in the CPP is not getting any better. Last night, we listened to George Lobo, who is one of Joe Boakai's chief lieutenants right now, as we see it, talking about the relationship between Cummings, the ANC, and the CPP. Not in good terms. Although Henry Costa has resigned from attacking the ANC and Elliot Cummings, he too does not harbor good feelings about this coalition that exists right now. There is still better feelings among members of the party about this framework document, about what the ANC and Elliot Cummings did. Elliot Cummings, although he appears to want peace, he still seems to want an apology. He still seems not to have resolved this issue with Joe Boakai and the rest of the people in the party. Ben and I, you, especially, and Nomli Kanga. So we have 3 people in the party against 1. And the 1 has penetrated the other party, the Liberty Party, and got it in a state of disarray because the leadership of our party cannot come to any conclusive understanding. That's the Liberty Party. So here we are now. Boakai is at the helm of the CPP. The question is, can he unite this party? Can he connect with other comics in a way that they will retain their unity in the party and they will still maintain the desires to pursue the leadership of the party in peace. That's a big question. That's a big question. Because if Boakai wins, will Ella Cummings stay? Will there be a peaceful convention? Will the party still stand during and after the convention? If there is to be a primary or convention to have an election within the party, will they agree on the terms on which they should pursue the unity of the party? There are so many questions lingering over this one party. Then we have to take into consideration the personalities of the people, Boakai's age, Boakai's health, Boakai's affiliates, and people in his party, and their feelings and ideals of where their party should be and how it should grow and affiliate with other parties. Do they feel the same way as Boakai? Do they want the same thing for the party as Boakai? So there are so many factors riding on this one collaborating political parties, unification, dissolution, or whatever path they decide to go. And they got to make up their mind now. Behind me, this picture is the picture from Front-Based Africa of the people in Lofa County, a group in Lofa County that feels that Joe Boakai is too old to continue in politics, that he needs to retire, that he's been there for 50 plus years, and that's enough service. They're saying that between now and 2023, Joe Boakai will be 78 years old. And they don't even know if his health will hold up from now until 2023. So instead of continue to pursue this process of the presidency, he should resign and retire from politics. I don't have nothing to do with that. If Joe Boakai feels he can do it, let him go ahead and do it. This is constitutional rights. The Constitution is not by him. His citizens can ask him to do that. But this is just a group. This doesn't represent any significant amount of people in Lufa County. These are people from Lufa County. This is just one group of people who feel that way. But the other people might feel differently. So we have to understand that our Constitution gives everybody the right to run so long as the people sees fit to vote for you. It's all up to you, okay? But my only point is, this is the leading opposition party. Just like the CDC, which is the ruling party, this party is made of 4 separate parties that have decided to come together to combat the party of George Weah, the party of inefficiency, the party of corruption, the party of inaptitude. They come to fight them. But yeah, now there's a lot of problems in this party too. This party got its own baggages of nonsensical nonsense, real nonsensical nonsense. The two main leaders fuss it over ideology, over personalities, you know, and until they come together, there is no way that peace and stability will reign in this party among the partisans. Because they're fussing right now. They're insulting each other. They're saying bad things to each other. Even if Joe Boakai and Elliot Cummings decide to come together, the people around them are creating such bitterness among themselves and each other. Somebody got to reel them in. Is Joe Boakai capable of reeling these people in? Is he capable of controlling Costa, Lobo, Boakai people, Cummings people? These people who insulted each other? Are they capable of maintaining decency, collaboration within this party, even for a year? These are things we have to consider. Because every time we look at our society, there's some kind of confusion. There's some kind of disorganization. There's some kind of failure to relate. And this can't go on. This can't go on. If Liberian people cannot work together, we cannot successfully lead our country into a new era. If the only people that can work together are the people that want to rob our country blind, then we're facing some serious problems. I was watching Costa show this morning, and we kept saying, man, we got to overhaul our country. We got to overhaul it. Something is wrong. Something is not right. I keep saying this thing. I keep saying it. Something is wrong. Either we creating these things ourselves and can't find solutions to it because we are the problems ourselves, or I know there are solutions. You can't say there are no solutions. There's got to be solutions to these things. But if we keep overlooking them, if we keep acting like they're not there, if we keep thinking that these things will solve or resolve themselves, it will not work. These problems that exist in our country today, they didn't just start. They are back of confusion that came from Tottenham. The same thing Lobo was talking about. You see, we can't go back to Tottenham and dwell on Tottenham like Dualo said. Tottenham is the mess up. We're still dealing with it. But we just have to find the source. And we know the source now. We know these things came from way back. They didn't just start today, but they have festered in our society. They fester. That if it wasn't Boakai or Cummings, the problems in our society would still be existing. Because we have not dealt with them. We have not tried to resolve them. And we can only resolve them not by peace for peace sake, by setting precedents in law. And when we set precedents in law, there can't be no equal thing. Somebody got to be right and somebody got to be wrong. That's what law determines who is right and who is wrong. Because we want to put right where right be wrong and wrong where wrong belongs. So the justice system sets that apart. And without our justice system, we have no precedents of good leadership, of punishing bad leadership, of setting examples for the future. So this is what we are. And all of that has brought us down to this one point, not being able to lead ourselves today because our leaders cannot unify us. Our leaders cannot bring us together under one umbrella. And when we fail to unify and solidify our people and ourselves, we can't stay together. We cannot stay together. And this is where leadership fails in Liberia. Our leaders must learn to unify our people. Our leaders must find the solution to bring our people together and stop fussing among themselves like little children. And everybody stop wanting power. Everybody cannot want power. Everybody got to seek the interest of the West African Republic of Liberia above ourselves. And this is where we are. This is where we are. We got a lot of greedy people. Everybody wants to lead, and everybody cannot lead. Everybody can lead. Many are called, but few are chosen. And if our leaders can't understand this, can't come to compromise in a leadership position, then we'll face serious problem. Then we're going back to the 1980s. Because here we are. The CPP is the representation of the good in our society. The educated people, the people that are supposed to come together, despite all our diversities, we're supposed to be able to deal with it. We're not supposed to sit down here talking about country Congo. We're not supposed to be sitting down here talking about stupid things. We are supposed to be able to bring all those things together, to be above the fray, to be above George them. But here we are incapable of unifying ourselves because of the same diversities that the Zokos are suffering. The same immaturity that the Zokos are suffering. We're suffering it too. And this shouldn't be. This should not be. Because we need men and women to lead us into a new dispensation. We can't stay in this kind of state forever. So the responsibility is not only on Joe Boakai. It's not only it's on LA Cummings too. Because even if Joe Boakai wins or LA Cummings wins, if they want to win under this umbrella of the CPP, they got to bring this organization together. They got to understand that they cannot go out insulting each other. They cannot have their peoples going against each other. That this must stay as a semblance of one unified political party with one goal and one objective and one sense of attaining one leadership. And it's a collaborative party, so the leadership will rotate. People will have a chance to rule. But you gotta get your shit together, man, and demonstrate that you can win George Weah and demonstrate that George Boakai is the man. Happy birthday, Joe. I didn't tell you happy birthday, but happy birthday. But this is my message to you. You gotta get your shit together, or it will fail. It will fail, and if you fail, we're going back into people stealing our resources. Look at the budget we got. The budget is a sham. This budget is people taking our money and dividing it among themselves in broad open daylight. This is broad daylight stealing. I told you about it when they took our $30,000. People don't just sit down and take our money without any justification and say, oh, you're going to do your private project. Is that how our country runs? Now, because we didn't talk, because we sat down and didn't let these people bring our money back, they are bracing enough now to double everything they got, their salaries, their money, everything. Now, our whole country's budget is going to the three branches of government, the leaders of the three branches of our government, the people dividing our budget and our resources and money amongst themselves in broad open day before us in a budget. Can you imagine that? Let's get my second topic because I'm not here for too long this morning. I'm already here for 32. Let me just take my coffee break. I will come right back. Because I got to take my coffee break. I got to take my coffee break. Total craziness. When a country, when the government officials of a country payroll is equal to the country's whole total economic resources, that country is dead. And that's Liberia. I mean, the people steal from us broad open day, put it in our ledgers, in the budget for them to get $30,000 each. We didn't say nothing about it. Nobody talk about it. The yo-yo, just like they say, Liberian people will just talk and nothing come out of it. Then they come back again now. We got a budget now that everybody's getting paid double. Between the three branches of government of the Republic of Liberia, they have taken all our resources, our entire economic resources divided between the members of the three branches of government of Liberia. This is not right. This is sinning. This is stealing. Broad open day stealing. Broad open day stealing. All the instrumentalities of our government and our people to enhance the minds and livelihood of our society. The people finish trampling upon it. The people don't even give a damn about it. Our university, our colleges, they give them nothing. They take everything and divide the money amongst themselves. What's wrong with our people? Something got to be wrong, man. Something got to be wrong. There's something wrong with our people. We can't just steal for our country like that. We can't just steal from the rest of our people like that. We cannot just be people with any sense of equality and justice and liberty for all. What kind of people are we? One group of people just want steal, endlessly steal. Find all kind of means to steal, put it in a budget and inflate all kind of things here and there. And oh man, Toba told us it was going to be bad, but we didn't know it was going to be this bad. Talk to us that Liberia are going to go down, 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 down. But we didn't know it was going to go down like this. Oh man, we didn't know that it was going to go down where people would take our natural resources and economic viability and power and just divide it among themselves like they own everything. Just out of bare ignorance, out of bare greediness. We didn't know we were going to be like this. But when the government officials' payroll is the nation's total economic resources, can such a nation survive? We can't survive. We can't. The president office can't have everything. The minister of state office can't have everything. The legislators can't have all our money. The judiciary can't have our money. Then our children left with nothing but pennies for education, health, social welfare. It's sad. It is very sad. And to see this persist in the West African Republic of Liberia, in Africa's first democratic republic, to see it persist and fester and grows hurts, hurts, hurts the hearts of patriots, hurts the hearts of men and women who love the West African Republic of Liberia, hurts the hearts of men and women who love justice, freedom, pursuit of happiness. How can we stop it? How can we hold these people accountable and responsible for what they're doing to our country? How can we punish these people for the evils they're doing to Liberia and Liberian people? Let me take a break. That's with the Patriot. Because the Patriot reminds me to remind you that we got to be men and women who love our country in order to see it grow and prosper. We've got to be patriots to stop the freezing of the Republic of Liberia. Look at our country after 200 years. Look how the streets dusty and dirty. Look at our people still undernourished and suffering. The state of existence still a nightmare. We can do better. We can do better than that's what the call of the Patriot is all about. The need to rise and do better for our people and our country. And we can. We definitely can. We're not a poor people, nor a poor nation. We can stay in one place and raise $200,000, $300,000. We can do great things. But we gotta be motivated and inspired. We gotta be strengthened from within to rise up to do that which we must do, to accomplish that which we need to accomplish for us and our posterity. But we have to understand the significance of all of that. Why it is important for that to happen? Because if we don't, it's all just a waste of time if we don't. Testing. That's it for today.